Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Just Being Me Speaks coming to you today, of course, with another video. Now, of course, as you see in the thumbnail, of course, we'll be covering the SUV and Escape, Queens of R&B. And of course, this episode was titled Pray on It. And we're going to get into it. Now, of course, before we get into it, please go ahead and subscribe, and turn on those notification bells so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. We have a lot of things that we will be discussing. But anywho, not gonna hold you. Let's go ahead and speak on it. So the show starts out where they pretty much left off from last week, and we see where the camera crew and production has moved outside. Now, last week Miss Gloria put them out her house. She was like, "Y'all got to go." Baby, some things started getting brought up and tossed out that Miss Gloria clearly was not ready for. So she wanted them gone. And production say, okay, that's cool. Y'all coming outside. So you can't put us out. We already out. And we gonna be right here to catch it. And that they did. So baby, they understood the assignment. Shout out to them. Anyways, so they are outside, it's getting heated. Now, if you took notice, the whole time all of this was going on outside, Latasha never debunked what was being said. She never said anything. Matter of fact, it looks as though the debate and the discussion was going on between Miss Gloria and Tamika, because Latasha got in her car and left. She left. Guess she say, I'm gonna let y'all have that, even though it's about me. I'm gonna let my mama handle it. She got it. So Tamika said that her mom was very upset that she mentioned and brought up the fact about, Latasha and Rocky allegedly stealing her money. She said that she was very upset, and of course her and her daughter, Ocean, go ahead and get in the car and they leave. And Ocean kind of pretty much tells her mom, I was praying that it didn't go this far. And it's sad to see, very, very sad to see. But moving on, we go to the next scene where we see Candy and Miss Easter, which is her assistant, look like they are preparing like hors d'oeuvres where she is, preparing for the girls to come over, where they can, try to hash some things out, try to, get on the same page as far as the group is concerned. Now, we do see where Tiny arrives at the home, and shortly after, Tamika arrived. And, they kind of talk a little bit. They talk, make a little toast that hopefully that the meeting will go well. Tamika goes on to tell them, well, where's Tasha? And, it's like, and she was like, oh, I figured she just wasn't coming because of what happened last night. And they was like, well, what happened last night? And she go on to telling them about what happened, that they had a meetup at, their mother house and things didn't go well. She said that she brought up about the money, and, pretty much as always, Miss G was pretty much on Latasha's side. Tamika said that, it really, really hurt me because during this time when the money was allegedly stolen, she was pregnant with her youngest daughter, Amani, and she had a daughter in college. Ocean was in college at that time. And, at that time, she wasn't really making any motion or anything because basically, she was pregnant, had a daughter in college. I'm not sure how much touring or how much she was on the road, but who don't need $30,000? I mean, come on, let's just keep it real. And she also, went on to say that, Miss Gloria had left an ugly voicemail on her phone telling her she didn't even have enough God in her to apologize to her sister, and, just saying really, really nasty things. And also made the comment that maybe Latasha needed the money. Pause. So you mean to tell me not only are you going to defend the fact that they took her money, but then you're going to throw out there maybe she needed the money, as if Tamika didn't need her own money? Again, she has a daughter in college and she's pregnant now, as well as she has a husband and a family. So whoever thought, or whoever, stopped to think that maybe she needed her money. And even if she didn't, it was hers. Tasha was getting the same amount of money. So, this is just a bunch of bull. And as I stated in my previous video, it seems as though to me, this is a very, very toxic situation. And it seems as though the mom is the root of this problem between the two sisters, because blankly, as we could see it playing out right before us, it is a bit of favoritism. It would be different if Tamika was throwing this out and, we couldn't see it, but it's being played out here right in our face. So it's disheartening. It is disheartening. And meanwhile, back at Latasha's house, you know, we see where she, I guess she's preparing to get ready to go over to Candace's house. But as for right now, she sits down with Rocky, and Rocky kind of asks her, how did it go, last night or whatever. She goes on to say, that it just took a turn. And, he was like, I just want to know why my name got mentioned. Uh, I wonder why. And, Latasha goes on to say that Tamika have a tendency to lie. And she also said that Tamika was very disrespectful to her mother. Now, she is going to say this several times throughout this episode. And I'm not sure if this was something that maybe they cut out. I don't know. But I don't see where Tamika ever really got just outright disrespectful. I never heard her curse. I never, I don't know. So maybe it was something that got cut out. I don't know. But anyway, it just was, just seemed like to me she is still just, I don't know. She doing too much for me. She really, really is. And so then we see them at Candace's house. And by this time, Latasha, she arrived. And pretty much Candy said for years, Tamika has been the yes person for Latasha. And that she is very proud that Tamika has finally stood up for herself. And so, of course, they at Candy House, and basically they're wanting to have a discussion as far as the management is concerned. And pretty much, you know, she says that she feel as though they need new management. We need new management. We need to figure out, what need to be done for us to move forward so we can get past this. And of course, at this time, Latasha again is basically, we have issues that we need to, and you know what, y'all, I'm so sorry. This was by this time they're at Tiny's house. They meet up at Tiny's house for drinks as well. Boy, these the most meeting up people I have ever seen in my life. But I guess when you trying to get on the same page, it is what it is. But anyways, so they get to talking about the management thing. They said with the tour that they had going on that they should be a lot further. But of course, with everything that they have going on, they can't really move forward. Candy said that, we just need to get on the same page. Tasha then says that she'll just have to pray about it. Candy say, no, she ain't got to pray about it. Her brain isn't here, so she can't, think, being that she can't think for herself. She ain't got to pray on it. She got to go consult with her brain first, which is Rocket. Rocket. And it does seem that way. It seems as though, she can't make a move without him. So production asked, what will it take for you and Tamika to get past this? And as again, we see him kind of whispering something in her ear. And she kind of deflects a little bit from what it was, but you could tell just from that, oh yeah, he running it. He running it. She has no voice. She can't make no motion. She can't make no decisions. She can barely even say good morning without consulting him first. So 9 times out of 10, this is probably the downfall. This is the downfall. And I don't know, because didn't follow them that much. I love, escaping SUV and all of that, but I didn't follow them as far as their personal life. But I have seen and heard some of the things that has transpired within their marriage, and it just seems as though she strikes me to be a person that, are you scared of him? Are you? I mean, it just seemed like she just not happy, and she like a robot, like, hold up, I got to talk to him, or hold up, let me see, or this, that, and the other. I mean, it just seemed like it's almost creepy and scary, to see them interact. And so then Tasha said that they are very disruptive and they tend to sweep everything under the rug. Tiny then goes on to say that we need to put all the personal to the side and handle this business. Now, shout out to them, because when I tell you, you could tell who got the bag. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, and I'm not downplaying Tamika nor Latasha, because I don't really, as I stated, I don't really know them like talking about as far as, their background. But seem as though the two people on the show that has the most motion currently are the two people that's ready for the bag. Put y'all personal behind and let's get this bag. Mind you, Tiny highlighted, I have 5 houses. So she getting her own bag on top of the fact her husband is T.I. Let's go to Candy. Candy has several businesses, restaurants. She's on Broadway shows. She has Housewives of Atlanta. She has all of this going. So really and truly, they don't just need the money from the group, but you know, I guess they're living out their dream as well, as far as trying to come together and trying to make this is something that could be so nice. You have these two famous R&B groups that everyone loved, and they saw the opportunity to come back together and make things happen. And you have that one person that seems as though, to me, is stringing it all along, and to me that is so unfair. But then, of course, Tamika, asks, why are you still mad? And Tasha goes on to say, it's about my mama. You disrespected my mama. Tamika said she was like, I don't even know who you are no more. Like, who are you? And I can feel that. I can see that is a very appropriate question, because I don't know you, ma'am, but you seeming real off. Like, your whole demeanor is off. Like, you seem uncomfortable. You don't seem as though someone that has known these people since childhood. You act very, I mean, it's weird how you acting. It's weird. And Tasha gets up to leave, and then she looks over at Tamika. We need to talk. So Candy was like, look, what we'll do is, after y'all talk, then we'll meet up again, and maybe then we can come together on what to do or what needs to be done as far as the group is concerned. I guess Candy say, look, I got other things to do, and I ain't got time to be in the middle of this family quarrel y'all got going. Get y'all stuff together, and when y'all get back, holler at me. She's saying, like, I'm already a boss, so holler at me when y'all figure this out. They go on to say then that, we'll just, can it until they can come up with a solution. So then we go on to see where Coco and Taj and Lily all, are preparing to go to their respective homes. Coco lives in Virginia. We know Taj lives in Nashville, and Lily live in ATL. Taj arrived at home with her husband Eddie and their son. They sat down and was talking, chit-chatting. She was telling them, how busy they were, how she liked the different places that they had visited, on the tour. And then she asked Eric, she was like, do you know what Escape is? And at first he was like, I hadn't heard of it. And then, she kind of looked and she was like, well, do you? He was like, nah, I don't know them. He was like, nah, I don't know them. And it's no shade to Escape. I think it's just he's younger. And, kids these days, they ain't worried about what's playing in the 90s. They don't care nothing about that. So then Coco arrives at her home where her mom and her son Jalen is there. Her mom, she says, is a very spiritual person. She has a choir. She also stated that her mom kind of worked with Luther Vandross back in the days. She said that, basically her mom was, you know, the type of mother that you couldn't listen to R&B. You couldn't really, be around that. So when she got a part of the group and things, it took her a while for her to come out and tell her mom that the contract that she was wanting to sign was actually an R&B group versus a gospel group, because she said at first they were kind of doing things like, yeah, we gospel, but all along they are more R&B. And so she said she finally had to break the news to her mom that the contract was for R&B. Now, of course, we go on and she tells us that, of course, she has two sons. She has one named Lil Tracy, and then, of course, Jalen. She said Tracy is a rapper, an upcoming rapper that have over 1 million views on social media. And then Jalen has decided that he would like to be a singer. Now, they said all along they thought Jalen was going to be a dentist, but now he wants to be a singer. And the grandma was like, you 19 years old, you subject to change your mind, any day now. And, basically Taj was like, whatever it is, as long as you happy, we with it. So moving on, we see where Todd and Candy go into the studio. Candy explains that, with everything that she has going on, she's not able to get into the studio as much as she used to, or even how much she would like to. But, she was there going over some tracks that she had recorded, and they sit down and was talking to one of the producers, and the producer was just like, so what's up with you and the group? And at first she was like, what group? He was like, I ain't never known for you to be a part of nothing but one group. And she was like, okay. So, they go on and they get to chit chat, and she letting him know, what all has been going on. So he says, so let me get this right. Y'all need new management. You need to wait on Tamika and Tasha to talk. And we also waiting on Tasha to pray on it. Okay. Now the shade. But baby, he could not have said it any better. Exactly. So Tasha, and we see Tasha and Rodney getting everything together. They sat down and was getting everything together. She said that Candy has always had a fit when it, came to her being the lead singer. She said whenever she would get lead sing roles and things of that nature, she said that Candy would have a fit. Um, I don't know. I can't speak on that, but I do know that, pretty much they have said they have always clashed, and it could have been where if you have two strong-minded people, they may tend to be, and it's a girls group. You got all girls, all different attitudes. So you could see where that is very possible where that could have happened. But again, from how she's playing out right here before our face, if you acted anyway how you acting now, then well understood why y'all fell out. But she also went on to say that it was kind of funny when they broke up and she went to have her solo deal done. Candy did a solo deal also, and pretty much Tasha's flopped. And to me, in so many words, she was trying to say that she thinks that Candy was responsible for her solo career not taking off the way she felt it should. So moving on to the next scene, we where Latasha and Rocky go to Nashville to the Motown office for the gospel Motown. They sit down with some owners there at Motown, and they pretty much asked her, what is your vision? What is your plan? She said that she wanted to write. She wanted to be able to speak her truth. She felt that that was something she was never able to do in the group. And you can kind of tell from the look on their faces that they were really trying to figure her out. Like, You R&B, so why are we here? You know, it was like you could tell they were trying to kind of figure her out. And the guy went on to ask her, do they know that you're here? Does the group know you're here? And she said no. Rocket steps in. Oh, I thought she told him. You knew she hadn't told him. It was probably your idea that she didn't tell her. But anyways, so they asked her, like, are you one of those ones that we could just say, you know, can you go ahead and throw us out something, sing on the spot, or you need time? And she go on to sing in a song that she had wrote, sound very, very good. You can't, that's one thing for sure, and two for certain, you can't deny her. Her voice is amazing. And I think she kind of won them over because at first you could kind of tell they were looking kind of iffy, especially when it came to, you know, what is your intentions with the group? And he even asked her, so if we move forward, what is your intentions for the group? Well, I'ma just I'ma just have to make up my mind and decide which way I want. Girl, go ahead and say that you finna try to do this. You finna try to. And I think personally, honestly, I feel as though she knew this was already in the works, and she didn't want to commit to escape because she knew she had this going on and she wants to see how this is going to pan out. So if this don't pan out, I still have escape to turn, to lean back on. Plus, I'm still gaining whatever I can with them. And then when this work out, then I'll let them know I ain't coming. I don't want to be a part of the group. You're stringing them along instead of being honest. So instead of you coming up with your fake beefs and your fake problems with everybody, just say that this is what it is. You're grown. Can't nobody whoop you if you decide that you don't want to be a part of the group. But at this point, if I was the other girls, at this point, you wouldn't even have that decision to make anymore. I would make it for you. I would say I wouldn't even want to work with her. And I know it would be kind of awkward because she is a part of Escape. But at this point, y'all career, as far as Escape is concerned, is at a standstill because it's like she is steady hashing up old dirt that is halting everything that y'all have in the making. So it's like you can't even grow because you have this big stump right there stunting your growth. And now we see here towards the end that very well this may be the case. And as far as going back to that whole money situation, I don't even think I would trust her as far as I could see her to do any business with her. And I'm gonna just keep it 1,000. Now, do I think that she knew all along that the money was taken? She might have wasn't in on it, but you found out shortly after it happened. You eventually found out. And instead of you just taking accountability for what your husband allegedly done or however it may have been and apologize to your sister, offer to pay her back or something to that nature, because Tamika even mentioned she had to pay taxes on this money. So she had to pay taxes on money she never even touched. On top of the fact, she even shared that her husband didn't even know anything about this until this show aired. So this was something potentially could have broke up her marriage to save you and yours. Now, I don't know if I would have called the police. I don't know. I just don't know because $30,000 is a lot of money. And then for you to sit up here and be acting the way you acting like you was entitled or acting as though you big bad wolf and you took my money. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I don't know if you would be explaining it to the judge, but your husband sure would be. Because as we have heard, he's very aggressive. He has alleged did things and have been very, very aggressive when it has came to other people. So he would have to, yeah, you might would have to go explain it to somebody as to where my money at. But anyway, y'all, that was pretty much it. The show came to an end. Another good episode. I would highly, highly rank it right at a 9.5, because it is really, really good. And as we see on the upcoming episode, it's only gonna get better. I'm really, really enjoying it thus far. Y'all go ahead and leave down in the comments. Did you get a chance to see it? Let me know. Who do you think is the root of this problem? Do you think that this is something that can be worked out? Would you work back with your sister after she's done that? How would you have handled it? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Again, y'all, thank each and every one of you for always supporting. Thank you for just being understanding. I am a new content creator. I'm on my road to 1,000 subscribers. So please, 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 everyone, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, as well as that like button. And until the next time, y'all stay sweet, stay blessed, and stay lit. And I will check y'all out in that next video. Good night.